Hi everyone, it's Simon Killing here at weatherweb.net. It's Sunday the 21st of September. Thanks again for watching. And you'll know what a tricky task it's been forecasting the long range over the last few weeks. Such a difficult job, models swapping and changing all the time, and very hard to get a handle on where the atmosphere is going. This is the predicted pressure. It's the top graph that we're looking at here. This is the predicted pressure for Reading for the next 10 days from various different models. And notice here that, look, pressure hangs around pretty much the same and from the various different models until we get here. So that's 29th of September. So that's a week on Tuesday. And then look at the divergence taking place here. They just don't see what's going to happen beyond that date. Really struggling with things. And I've been trying to work out, well, why is it that this should be happening? And I suspect this has something to do with it. Sea surface temperatures, look, still showing very warm seas around the British Isles coasts. But this pool of cold water out in the Atlantic, where we've got a trough and have had a trough for some time, you know, low pressure's been centred out here. And we've got that upwelling there of colder water that's coming up to the surface. And I think that is having an impact on conditions. Similarly as well, I think this area here, this very warm water that's in the eastern Pacific there on the Mexican coast, I think that also is having an impact on the overall atmospheric circulations. And I think that the model as a result models are having a real tough time of trying to handle the climatology of what we're seeing now. So we can expect further changes in the forecast, and one of the uncertainties really is the MJO. This is the forecast from the CFS, and what this shows is the black line here is where we've been, and then these various different coloured lines you see coming off here are various runs of the CFS model. And what they're showing us, I mean, there's good agreement between them. Look, you see that they're hovering around phase 6, and then they come out into a stronger phase 6, having been a weak phase 6. So they come out into a stronger phase 6 into that early to middle stage of October. Now, under normal circumstances, a phase 6 looks like this in a typical year. We have a ridge out in the Atlantic here and a deep trough, look, across the UK and across eastern parts of Europe. That's how phase 6 looks. But just look at the CFS prediction for that time. Yeah, we got a ridge of sorts out here in the Atlantic, and yes, we have a trough of sorts out here towards the east, but nowhere near those locations that we just seen. And really what that does is just, again, highlight the idea of pressure staying high across the UK for much of the coming week, although there will be some rain for northern and western parts of Scotland. Into week 2, again, look, high pressure still in control. There's the trough in the Atlantic, which is where the ridge should be. There's the ridge across Europe, which is where the trough should be. And then a stronger phase 6 looking like this. Ridge out in the Atlantic, trough off towards the eastern parts of Europe. And if we compare that with what the CFS sees, this is week 3, and there's a trough of sorts, but this big ridge, look, out in the Atlantic. The trough's trying to get in there as per the MJO, bringing more showers and outbreaks of rain to more western parts of the country, but dry to the east. But that's just not lasting, because by week 4, that happens, look. Trough Atlantic, ridge across the UK, off towards the east, mild conditions prevail, and it stays dry. So very little sign from the models of any let-up in the dry conditions just now, and that looks a reasonable solution to me. It's something we'll be watching very closely, though, because you remember last week we were talking about autumn arriving at the end of this week with a big trough going through the UK, and I'm still going to completely rule that out. We have to watch for those troughs. But of course, I'll keep you updated right the way through here at weatherweb.net. But for now, whatever you're doing, have a great day and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.